welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, wherever you are watching us from. I welcome you to this amazing platform. I thank you for being part of this program. Wherever you are joining us from, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect you. Please like and share this program on your platform. Like and share to family and friends. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Remember, this is Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a platform where we bring updates on the things that are happening in Biafra land. We bring updates on the happenings between Nigeria and Biafran Second War. We are bringing updates that is coming from the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. We bring update that is coming from Biafra, Republic of Nigeria. We bring an update that has to do with the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. In this platform, we say it the way it is without being politically correct. We just say it and put it to your doorstep, information that you need to know. Today is the 14th of June 2024. We are here once again to update you. As you know, the Supreme Leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, will be going to the court on 19th and 20th of this month. And the legal team are supposed to be making preparations on how he's going to appear or how to present their case. But unfortunately, once again, the lawless contraption called Nigeria, the terrorist government of Nigeria, have refused to obey their own court. The terrorist government of Nigeria, through their DSS, have refused to obey their own law. The court said that they should allow the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu to meet, discuss with him, and prepare for his case. But once again, today, the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu has been denied access to see Nnamdi Kanu today. They were denied access to have preparation with Nnamdi Kanu as the case is drawing closer. Today is 14th. Just in a few days' time, it is going to be 19th, stroke 20th, and Nnamdi Kanu case will be called up. Up to this moment, they are hindering the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu to have a talk with him to prepare for their case as it's supposed to be. Now, it is very clear that Nnamdi Kanu will never ever get justice in Nigeria, which is what we have already known. They only want to keep on holding Nnamdi Kanu against the law. They want to continue to keep him locked up. Now, when you begin to see this kind of attitude coming from a terrorist government, you begin to wonder who in his right senses will be loyal to this very terrorist government. And seeing all these things, you will still see some people who call themselves lawmakers. They will be in their Senate and they will be talking about law, that the country has law. Which law does Nigeria have? Which law? Is it a law that they don't obey? A law that the executive will override? A law that the DSS or whatever they call them will never obey? It is sad. Now the whole world is watching and seeing. You now understand why the Biafra Republic government in exile will never ever back down on the restoration of Biafra. You now see why it is necessary that the Biafra Republic government in exile will stand strong and fight for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. No one else will do it. Every Biafra must tighten up their belt. The only solution today is the Biafra Republic of Nigeria under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. There is nothing short of that. That is why the Biafran people have given their mandate in full force to the Biafran government to go ahead, defend and protect Biafran territory, and see to the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. That is the path we are taking. It is very clear that nobody anywhere is going to stand for Nnamdi Kanu except we do so. And that is why the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is doing everything humanly possible to see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is freed. And the Zoological Republic government and their stooge and their instruments of oppression, they know that Mazi Simon Ekpa has the key. He has the solution. That is why you see them crying in all platforms. You see the so-called Musa, the defense, whatever they call him, crying from one platform to the other. They have known that there is nothing they can do to the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic, because no lawful country in this planet Earth, no sensible country in this planet Earth will listen to a terrorist government, a government that does not obey its own law, a government that will pardon terrorists, serve terrorists, pardon terrorists, and even pay them and introduce terrorists into their military. Yet, an activist, a human rights activist, a prisoner of conscience, they will continue to hold him and deny him his freedom, even when their court have said, let him go. A government that will support a terrorist and oppress a genuine citizen. A government that will free a terrorist, introduce the terrorists into the army, give them weapons, pardon them, and pay them in reward after taking innocent life. We have seen it on several occasions. News have carried it on several occasions when they have been able to introduce terrorists into their government. Recently, one of the governors came out and cried out that after arresting a bandit, that prominent people came to set a bandit free from the governor. Prominent people in their government came to set a bandit free after a bandit was arrested. This is not the first time. It's not the second time. We saw the same thing in the vice president of today, that is Shetima. When the members of Boko Haram terrorists were being looking for, they saw them eating and drinking and whining with Shetima while he was a governor. So, when we are saying that Nigerian government is a terrorist government, it is not a guesswork. It's not as if we don't know what we are saying. The Biafran people will definitely walk out of Nigeria, whether you like it or not. Let the propagandists continue to say their propaganda. Let them continue. Today, I thank Chukwu Kamara today, it has become very clear to them that they cannot do anything to the child of Chukwu Kamara, to the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic, because he has not committed any crime. It has become much more clearer to them that no country in this planet Earth today will respect Nigeria for their attitude. The sponsorship of terrorism by Nigeria is in the open. The attitude of Nigeria towards their citizens is in the open. The inhuman treatment of the Biafrans by Nigeria is in the public. Including Amnesty International have done their investigation, and they were able to bring out the dehumanization of citizens by the Nigerian government. It is only an idiot or some African countries that are very corrupt that will listen to the Nigerian government. No country in this planet Earth will extradite their own citizen to Nigerian government for any reason whatsoever. It's not happening in a country where you cannot get justice, in a country where the rule of law will not be obeyed. Who in his senses will be part of that country? They call it a democracy. You and I know that Nigeria is not, has never been, and will never be a democracy. Let them continue to deceive themselves. The Biafran people must go. No matter what they say, no matter how they try, Biafra must go. Let us listen to this very short clip for you to understand that the game is over. Let's watch.
And then externally, we have external people that equally support them. The issue of IPOB. There's a lot of funding that comes in there.
Yes. Are you worried? Because you know an operation,
of course,
you have
definitely.
a special operation on the sit-at-home IPOB situation in the southeast.
Yes.
But some of the elements and the leaders of these groups are outside of the country.
Yes. We have repeatedly complained about the issue of Simon Ekpa. He is in Finland. The Finnish government are giving him all the support, and he's doing what he's doing. Comments he's making, people are being killed, and nothing is being done. And this is democracy. If the European Union is the one supporting democracy, and this is happening and they're not taking action, then they don't mean well for Nigeria. We have said that in clear terms. We need to diplomatically find means of getting him out of whatever it is that he's doing. He must be arrested. He must be prosecuted. Look at it from the other way. Assuming he is in Nigeria and he's doing that to the Finnish government, you think the European Union will allow that happen? They definitely will not. So why are they allowing him to do what he's doing? And people like him that are doing such things, trailing the funds is very critical. I know a lot of the Federal Central Bank, the NFIU, are doing a lot in tracking down how the funds flow. And this is part of what we call the oxygen of terrorism, is logistic, leadership, and funding. Your ability to be able to tackle those things and trail them and deny them the ability to operate will kill terrorism with good governance. Now, you can see the statistics that came in. Political will. And political will is not from federal government alone. The states are critical. For me, if I look at the aspects, what do we need? Let's look at solutions. Do we have a comprehensive database as Nigerians? If you go to Chad, Cameroon, and Niger, once you enter, they know you are not a Nigerian. And they have this duty as citizens. Once you speak, the man knows you are not a Nigerian. The next thing he tells you, if he's a taxi driver, he tells you his vehicle has a problem. He's calling the gendarmes. Before you know it, the gendarmes are coming to ask you, what are you doing in our country? We don't have that. That's what we're saying is a holistic thing that we have to do. Every Nigerian has a role to play in what's going on ground. And then we must look at these things and take it up as a challenge. It's not a military or a security.
Viewers across the world and fellow Biafrans, you have heard from this man who called himself Musa, the Chief of Army Staff. Listening to this man, you will know that he has lost touch. I want to remind this man that Nigeria is not a democracy. You are calling on the European Union to come to your aid as a democracy. You are not a democracy. Has never been and will never be. A democracy where people do not respect the rights of other human beings. A government that destroys its own. A government that does not obey its own law. And here you are calling on the EU to listen to you. EU can never listen to a terrorist government. A government that recruits terrorists and puts terrorists, introduce terrorists into their military, into their police. A government that uses the terrorists against its own people. Directly and indirectly. You have the govt to call on the European Union to come and listen to you. European Union cannot listen to a terrorist government. They will not. And you are not a democracy. And I want to remind this Musa, you are giving example of Chad. You are giving example of Niger. The way they protect their borders and the way their people respond and be patriotic to their country. You should be ashamed of yourself. And you call yourself the giant of Africa. Yet, you cannot protect your border. Have you forgotten that in this same country, a president came out and opened the borders and said that every Nigerian man has the right to come in? A president in this country, late Muhammad Buhari, opened the border and invited terrorists across the world to come in. We have had a confession from a governor that went and paid terrorists to come in. We also had a governor of Bauchi State that came on national TV and said that every Fulanese, wherever they are Nigerians. He said that in a national TV, that they have the right to come in and go anytime they like. And he said that every Fulani, wherever they are in the Sahel, that they are Nigerians and they are their brothers. He went ahead to say that Nigerian finance will be used to sponsor them. He said this on national TV, on channel. The video is still out there. After seeing all this, here you are, lamenting and talking from both sides of your mouth. Maybe you just came to Nigeria today. Maybe you were just born yesterday. And here you are, you have risen to the height of a Chief of Army Staff. Chief of Army Staff who does not know the history of the country, who doesn't know what is going on in the country. I am sorry for you. The Biafran people are going home. And no amount of your propaganda or blackmail will stop Biafra from exiting the zoo.